It's a relatively young and inexperienced wide receiver room at Washington this spring. Veteran Denzel Boston has been sidelined all month as he recovers from some cleanup surgery after last season. And that's opened up the opportunity for these younger players to get meaningful reps all month during spring practice. In this video, I'm going to take you through the entire receiver room, starting with Rashid Williams. The redshirt sophomore is in his third year at Washington, and he returns just 13 targets from last season, but that's the most returning from the 2024 receiver room at Washington. And when you watch this receiver room go through drills and team reps, Rashid Williams looks like the leader of the group. He's taking reps first, he's on the field with the first team. He has been the top target for Damon Williams this spring, and that Williams to Williams connection is strong.
Yeah, Rashid's been doing his thing. You know, he's got that mindset about him, that attitude. He's going to go get it done, and, that's what I love about him.
Aside from his increased confidence in the playbook in year 2 of the Jedfish offense, the thing that separates Rashid Williams is his competitiveness on the field. He's vocal on the field after pulling down contested catches over defenders, routinely making quality plays at practice, and offensive coordinator Jimmy Doherty and receivers coach Kevin Cummings have taken note.
I think Rashid's doing great. You can just tell he's second year in the system, like a lot of the guys that have played 2 years for us. He's just so more comfortable this year, lining up and knowing what to do, and he's playing faster because of it. Had a really nice catch on the sideline there on the outcut, but he's a guy that we definitely need to keep stepping up for us. We're excited about him. He had a great offseason, like I said the other day, but really excited about him.
Yeah, I think Rashid has accepted the challenge that we gave him coming at the end of the season. You know, I thought he did some really good stuff during the season for us, but there was a challenge for him to get stronger with his lower body, make sure that he was locked in, totally locked in on the playbook, and he's done everything we've asked him, and I think it shows by the plays he's making this spring.
Rashid Williams is playing like a veteran and seems to be emerging as a leader in this group. He talked about some of the things he's doing to put himself in that position.
I would say just taking things one day at a time and trying not to overshoot things, or just try to get your body right, and that's your money maker. So
Penn State transfer Omari Evans has been a little limited this spring, but from what we have seen of him, he's looking like a really quality addition for this receiver room at Washington. In terms of football experience, Evans has the most in this receiver room right now at Washington. 782 total snaps over 3 years at Penn State. He had 30 catches and 7 reception touchdowns. The biggest thing he brings to the receiver room at Washington is speed. He's one of the fastest guys on the team, and that's allowed him to get great separation at the line and make some really quality plays downfield so far this spring. I've talked about it a few times before, but in just his first day in Husky uniform, he pulled down back-to-back-to-back contested catches to end the team's first practice in April. Kevin Cummings talked about how there was some speculation with his hands as they recruited him in the transfer portal, but he's proved otherwise so far this spring.
Yeah, it's always funny when you recruit a guy, there's people that say good things, say bad things about him. There were some questions about his hands, and he goes out there his first practice and he has 3 phenomenal catches. And so he's brought obviously a mature presence to the group to add with Denzel and KG. He's brought that presence and his speed. Obviously we haven't seen a bunch of it, but the speed that we've seen is exactly what we were looking for.
And like I said, he has been a little limited this spring, not participating fully in some of the contact drills, but the coaches appear to like him on the outside at wide receiver as opposed to lining up in the slot. But from what we know about Jedfish and his play calling, he's going to put the ball in his playmakers' hands as much as he can, whether that be through the air or on the ground. Omari Evans only attempted 2 rushes in his 3-year career at Penn State, but I would not be surprised to see this offense at Washington try to get him the football in multiple ways, in handoffs, jet sweeps, to try to open up the offense and utilize his speed in different ways. Of the trio of early enrollee wide receivers at Washington, these true freshmen, Chris Lawson has been the guy earning the most first-team reps so far this spring. During the early part of week 4, some of the guys near the top of the depth chart at wide receiver were limited during team drills, and Chris Lawson was out on the field with the starters. The 6'1" former 4-star from California has made several quality catches this spring that included a diving catch where he had to adjust to the ball in the air thrown to his opposite shoulder. and the coaches seem to have confidence in his hands as he's now out there earning some time with the starters.
You know, Chris has been awesome for us. He's been out there making plays. He's a dog. Like, he loves to compete. Physical player, and so he's brought a real big attitude part to our group.
Along with Lawson, one of the players receiving increased reps with the starters this spring is true sophomore Audric Harris. He had 2 catches in 8 games last season, and Kevin Cummings said they're transitioning him to play a lot more slot wide receiver, which requires an increased physicality.
Just being inside more, just being, you know, he was primarily on the outside last fall, and so now he's more in the slot, and so just being able to navigate the second level, a lot of read options type stuff in there in the slot, so just a little bit more, I would say, thinking than it was when he was outside because of all the adjustments we have.
After practice, Audric Harris discussed his skill set and some of the players he models his game after.
My skill set, I feel like I'm a really good route runner. I feel like I can keep building off of that. I try to model my game after Justin Jefferson. He plays in the slot, he plays on the outside. You know, all those LSU guys, Jamar Chase and all those guys, they're able to do a whole bunch of things. Amon-Ra, that's my guy that I look up to. Like, that's really my role model is Amon-Ra. So being able to play like them is something I'm trying to build off of. And this offseason, I'm just trying to build that chemistry with Damon and all the receivers together, get my route tree correct, and, you know, learn plays a little bit more, get more familiar with the offense, especially in the slot. After learning everything last year, it's like resetting a little bit. So, yeah.
As you move down the receiver room, you start to look at some of these other true freshmen, including early enrollees Marcus Harris and Raiden Vines-Bright. Harris is a former 4-star from Mater Dei High School. He was teammates with Dash Beerley in their 2024 national championship season last year. And Raiden Vines-Bright, a former 3-star at 6'1", he went to IMG Academy, and again, with some of the limitations to the receivers at the top of this room this spring, these 2 guys have been getting increased reps with the second and third teams during practice. Washington receivers coach Kevin Cummings discussed what he's seen from each of the young wide receivers so far this spring.
And then Marcus has done a fantastic job as well. You know, Marcus is learning the offense. We're throwing him in the fire early. He's winning, he's losing, is all the above. And so I've been proud of the way that he's just attacked it and understand, like, you know, he's got an opportunity right now. Go try to take advantage of it. And then Raiden, same thing, right? Raiden's been another guy who's been out there and super smart player. Big competitor with elite speed, so he's been fun as well.
Kevin Green transferred to Washington from Arizona in the summer of 2024. He played 11 games in the 2023 season, including 2 starts, but he didn't play at all in 2024 for Washington. That's because he had an injury before the season started. But he's back this spring, fully healthy, and he's another one of the guys benefiting from some of the limitations of the veteran receivers in this group. He's getting a lot of first-team reps this spring. He had 3 red zone touchdown receptions during the team's goal line situationals at the 10th practice. I've been seeing him a lot in the slot.
No, it's great to have Kev. You know, Kev's a huge competitor, and that's the part that I love about him is he loves the game, he studies the game, and when he's on the field, he wants to compete. And so it's been really good to have him back. You know, he's been a great addition for us in the run game. He's kind of set the tone for the receiving group and what it looks like to be part of the run game. And then as a receiver, you know, he's a really good route runner and smart spatial awareness player, so that's been good for us.
Redshirt freshman Justice Williams is another player to watch as the season approaches. He's got a 6'4", 210-pound frame, ideal for pulling down contested catches, which he has been doing this spring. He has a unique ability to adjust to the football in the air and elevate over the defender to pull down tough catches, and he's made a few of those this spring, including a really nice 15-yard touchdown reception, elevating high over the defender.
Justice has elevated himself a lot. You know, he's came in, you know, we didn't really see much of him, and so he came in and, you know, he's just working on his game. And we're challenging him to be a lot better because he has the size, the speed to do it. So the challenge is for him to accelerate his process. Like, he should know our offense inside and out and be able to execute it at the highest level.
And that's it for this video. A lot of potential with the depth of this wide receiver room that we've been seeing this spring. Be sure to keep it right here throughout the remainder of spring practice at Washington for continuous updates leading up to the spring game on May 2nd, and through the rest of the offseason into the 2025 regular season at Washington.